Hello everyone, this is me Sadia here and I'm doing your third week of December reading, start from the 15th through the 21st of December 2019. This is going to be for the sign of Gemini. So let's see what's coming up for Gemini people for this week time, starting tomorrow. And yeah, while I'm shuffling the cards, let me remind you it is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone out there, so just pick whatever is resonating with you in your situation and leave the rest. For a personal reading, you can always reach out to me on my email ID in the description box, and do follow me on Instagram where I do upload daily readings, and the link to my profile is in the description box. So yeah, let's see, Geminis, what's up with you guys for this week time. Let's begin. The Death. Okay, Ace of Wands. Okay, Five of Cups, Ace of Swords. Underneath the deck, wow, the Star. Let's see what are the other cards underneath this. The Fool, Knight of Cups, the Sun, beautiful, Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands. Let's see one more card, just one more card underneath this. Temperance, wow, beautiful. I'm just gonna start with this Death card here. You can experience some sort of some sort of changes within you. It's, the changes could be coming from from within you, definitely, but in different areas of your life you could see yourself changing towards people, towards relationships. Your perspectives about different things, different areas of your life is changing. Maybe for you, back then you had this way of thinking that a happy couple means a particular a particular couple who hangs out together is more happy. But now you're seeing the depths of the whole thing, like now it's like the way you look at couples is changing. Now you feel like there has to be a certain type of connection. If a couple is a perfect, they needs to have this understanding, the bond, the stuff, like it's like your way of looking at things is changing. You are getting more mature or awakened or aware of how it is or how it should be like. Instead of it's more like you are leaving behind the superficiality of the things and you're going deep within. And it's more like trying to, I don't think it's more like trying energy. It's more of the, it's like you could feel it from your being, like it's something which is coming naturally to you. It's not something that you're working on, it's not something that you could work on either. It's something which is happening within you. It can come out of different circumstances. For some of you, you might have been through a trauma in your life lately. For others of you, it could come out of nowhere, like one morning when you woke up and it was just like a random fine morning, and something you could feel that there is there is something that has changed in you. And it's like it's going to be such an abrupt change that you would not be able to kind of relate to it at first. You would feel like I don't know why I'm you would start maybe the people, you might not feel it, but the people around you could feel that there is certain change in you. And that change is going to come through from that deep awakening. It's like you are transforming into something different. It's like maybe it could be different for different people. It depends on which journey you were on. It depends on how you were before and how you are becoming right now. So it's like it could be for some of you, you might have been good all your life, and then sudden something happens and something is going to change you towards something you shouldn't be changing to. Like it could be For some of you, like very few of you, it could be a negative change. But for most of you, I feel like, for very few of you, I can pick up that negative energy too. That where you are changing to be more, you used to be kind and generous, but now you're changing to um, somebody. I don't have even words for that word, that thing. Somebody who would be, I don't know. It's very somebody who's not kind and generous, like, the opposite of that, in fact. So, it could be your energy, it could be the energy of the person that you're dealing with. So just pick how it is resonating with you. I know there are going to be many dislikes for that, but that's what I'm picking up, so I'm going to speak about it. But yeah, that is definitely going to happen for very few of you, is what I'm picking up again. That could be coming out of some sort of disappointment that you had. Maybe for some of you, you just came out of a relationship which was not healthy, and now you are, becoming that aggressive you, which is like, which hates love and relationships, because you feel like, love is bad, love is this, love is blah 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 blah. So maybe you are, becoming that person. But before that, you might have been very, kind, and, you always believed in love, but something bad happened, and it has changed the way you look at love now. So that's gonna happen for very few of you. But for many of you, I feel like, it's going to be the opposite and the positive change, where you are now getting into the depths of the things. Like, you could feel the things that you never felt before. You are getting more sensitive to other people's needs, desires, and, their feelings in all areas of their life. So it's more like you are becoming an awakened soul. Maybe your third eye is opening or something like that. You might be experiencing your sixth sense has become, more activated. You could, sense things before they actually happen. So I feel like you will be unaware of what's going on, but at the same time, the people around you, I feel like, they could sense there is some change, but you are going to have this you know uncertainty around it. You would be unable to kind of, figure it out what's going on, but you will sense that there is some change. But why, how, and all, that is something which you would be unaware of. But again, it's definitely, it's you cannot change this. Like, whatever that you are going through, be that a negative change or be that a positive change, this is something which is bound to happen. Maybe you have just learned a lesson, now you're changing to something beautiful, like, a beautiful soul. For others of you, you are turning to a, like, the person who comes out of a bad breakup, and then they become like, this very unkind person when it comes to you. It's more like, how it hardens your heart if you come out of a bad, relationship. And, if you love that person deeply, it would be kind of, harden your heart, because you would feel like, every guy, every girl is going to hurt me this way. So it's like, just pick however it is resonating with you in your situation. But I feel like, either way, there is going to be the times during this week time where you are going to be uh, you know, where you are going to go back to the old ways of doing things, old ways of even if you're getting hardened towards people and their needs and desires, still you would be having this soft corner for them. If you're becoming the opposite, like, if you're becoming kind and generous, but there would be like, this thing in you which will make you feel angry and, anxious at people, and angry, and, you might kind of, you might get not abusive, but maybe you would get loud at them. And then you would start having this trigger from within that will tell you, no, just keep you calm, and, just be kind to this person, just be okay with them. And, you will have this juggling there. You would have this you would experience a change there within you. And for some of you, I feel like be that, if you're experiencing the negative energy, if you're experiencing the positive energy, either way, it's better if you leave behind the past. Because either way it's going to be good for you if you leave behind the past, because if you're experiencing the positive energies, still there is this thing in you which is kind of taking you backward towards the not so positive things. If you have if you have become hardened, and you've become rude and stuff, even that, then too it's time for you to leave behind the past. Try to move forward leaving the past behind, because that's where it deserves to be, in the past. So just try to kind of let go of what has happened, and just learn what it made you learn, and it's okay, like try to move on. There's a lot more to come forward, that there's a lot more for you to experience in future as well. So just try to just it's not about being kind to other people. It's like be kind to yourself, because if you're getting hardened on the people around you, it's because you are becoming hardened on yourself. So it's time for you to let that all go. Whatever has happened. To come out of that negativity, I can suggest you to go for affirmations, and subliminal messages, or something that can kind of help you retrain yourself or your subconscious mind to start thinking positive, because there is something which has brought you here where you are going to be during this week time. So it's start working to kind of um start working towards not letting this negativity seep into you right now, because you have been through I feel like that change is going to be so abrupt. Like I mentioned before, it has not come it has not become a part of your subconscious mind yet. So it's better if you could kind of let go of it, and start training yourself, training your subconscious, that this is okay, like whatever has happened. So it's time for me to move on to beautiful new horizons, and to beautiful new world, to beautiful new relationships. Don't let the negativity seep into your mind, because if it does once, it will take ages to kind of for you to remove that negativity, and then make it then start feeding the positivity to your subconscious mind again. So just try to let not this happen, like don't let this negativity happen, and try to walk away from it, try to ignore it, try to get yourself busy doing things that will make you feel less hard on yourself. And yeah, just try to avoid this loneliness too, because the more you're gonna get lonely or alone at home, at at bars or whatever. It's gonna affect you deep down. So just don't let that whatever has happened which is not so good in your love life or in other areas of your life, just try to avoid the negativity that you are carrying because of that experience that you had. So just try to avoid it. So yeah, I would definitely suggest you to go for if it didn't work out, if the relationship didn't work out, excuse me. Yeah, if the relationship didn't work out, it's okay, just have a new one. But before you get into one, you need to heal yourself first, because if you just jump into the next one, you will be so lost thinking about the bad relationship or experience that you had, that you would not be able to see the perks of it, of being in a relationship. You would be too focused on this, that person did this to me, maybe this is going to this experience is again going to be something not so positive. So you really need to clean your mind first from the negativities. Either way, you really have to cut the past off your life, and start as if there was no yesterday in your life. So just start from living in the moment and move forward. Get excited, get happy, and don't let the negativity seep into your soul. So let's take one card from the Romance and Joyka cards. Let's see what else is coming up for you for this week time. I know that, whatever I just said about the negative situation that you might be going through, um, me telling you this is not going to help you until and unless you yourself are ready to kind of, heal yourself. And that too, again, comes with the divine timing. Like, I cannot force you to kind of, get out of it. I cannot force you to kind of, get the affirmations done and stuff like that. if you are ready, and if you feel like, no, I think I should come out of it, I should just not let this negativity happen to me, you will go for it on your own. Like, I wouldn't even have to tell you this. And no matter how much emphasis I put on this situation, it's again, it's going to be your inner calling. Your inner calling made you go for this negativity, and that too is going to change you for the next haul. Maybe, like, it's something that I cannot control. It's something that you can control, or maybe the universe is trying to make you learn something out of this bad experience that you had. And no experience is bad until and unless we react to that situation in a bad way, or in a not so aware way, I would say. Because it's like, again, like, in back in ages, like, people used to say love happens just once. There's no such thing. Like, um it can happen anytime, it can happen twice, it can happen maybe thrice. It depends on, there's so many people out there who love their partner, and something, maybe they experience some sort of, mishap, and they lose the partner, and they, after maybe a year or two, they meet a new person, they find the love again. So there's nothing wrong in loving in a second person in your life. It's like, it's how you are going to react to it. For some of them, they would feel like, okay, fine, I'm never going to get married to another person because I love that particular person so much. But again, that person is going to feel um, lonely deep within. So it's like, again, it's how you're reacting to a certain situation, which can kind of, make you or break you. So it's just, try to understand. Don't get so hard on yourself, because it's not about others. It's like, it starts from within. If you are happy from within, you will treat people happy way around you. If you are unhappy from deep within, you cannot make people happy around you. So I hope that makes sense, and I wish you lots of healing. If you need that, I really wish you that. So yeah, if you would need my assistance for the affirmations, you can reach out to me. Um, but I do charge for all services that I am offering. So if you're ready to pay, only then reach out to me. If you want to make your own affirmations, go ahead, you can do that too. But my affirmations are spiritually charged, they work really fast. So if you want my assistance, like I said, you can reach out to me after checking the description box about the charges that I have for the affirmations, and the other services too. So just check that before you reach out to me. So yeah, let's see what else is coming up for you. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, and I don't think it's your own relationship with yourself is what I'm picking up. I don't think that it is a relationship of you with somebody else. It's more of your inner relationship with yourself. And um again, take the negative mask off, and just be the real you, I would say. It's more like, it's more going to be a week that you have to focus on yourself, a week where you have to be genuine to yourself, be genuine to yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it coming up for you for this week time. If the reading resonates with you, do like, subscribe, and share. If you're willing to get a personal reading, you can always reach out to me on my email ID in the description box. Till I do the next reading for you people, take care. Bye bye.